get into the content of the video, I just wanted to say that I really hope you can't hear that buzzing noise. My most recent video to go up, it's the spring video that was filmed like a month ago, but now the people who were doing something on my street are back, and they're running a generator right outside my apartment building, and I just happen to be the closest to the freaking generator, of course, but I have to film this today, otherwise I'm gonna have to wait, and I don't want to wait. I'm trying to get it done, so I really hope you can't hear it. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry if you can hear it. It's annoying. To the actual content of the video today, I'm going to rant and rave about this series of books, which is the Infernal Devices by Cassandra Clare. This is out of order. This is the first book, second book, third book, but if you watched my update video, I mentioned that I had read a series set in the Victorian era, but I didn't say which series it was. Well, here we have it. My neighbor keeps walking up and down, yapping his mouth. I'm waiting for him to start jumping rope right outside my window. What was I saying? Oh, I was gonna keep this all in one video with the rest of my Victorian era related books, but I am going to yap too much, so it's getting its own video. Let me flip this. And look at this. Here I have my little skull panda Clockwork girl. I forgot the actual name of this figure, so how perfect is this? Look at her. Look at, I mean, does it not? Even the color palette, look at it. I didn't even think of this series when I pulled this figure from a blind box, obviously. And I loved the figure when I got it, but now it's even more amazing. Look at that. Look at that. She's gonna sit. Where is she gonna sit? Up here in the corner. So this is actually a nostalgia read for me. I first read these books a while ago, when I was maybe 19, a while ago. Honestly, I still think these are great. There are certain books that I read when I was younger that I am ashamed to admit I ever enjoyed. Twilight. This isn't one of them, though. I mean, I love this series so stupidly much it's verging on embarrassing, and that's alright. That's alright. I've even been rereading these between trying to get through the library ebooks that I borrowed. Anyway, let me read you the synopsis and talk about the story. I'll read the back of the first book, which is Clockwork Angel. Move those ones aside. But doesn't this cover sound nice? Is it just me? Anyway, magic is dangerous, but love is more dangerous still. I'm sorry, that's really cheesy. Ignore it. This is cheesy as hell and does the story zero justice. When Tessa Gray crosses the ocean to find her brother in Victorian England, something terrifying is waiting for her in London's town world. Kidnapped by the mysterious Dark Sisters, who are members of a secret organization called the Pandemonium Club, Tessa soon learns that she has the power to transform into another person. The Magister, the shadowy figure who runs the club, will stop at nothing to claim Tessa's power for his own. Tessa takes refuge with the Shadowhunters, warriors dedicated to ridding the world of demons. She soon finds herself fascinated by and torn between two best friends, James and Will. As Tessa is drawn deep into a plot that threatens to destroy the Shadowhunters, she realizes that she may need to choose between saving her brother and helping her new friend save the world. And that love may be the most dangerous magic of all. It's cheesy. It's cheesy. Ignore it. If you like, obviously, Victorian London, this is great. If you like steampunk, I mean, I wouldn't say this is overtly steampunk, but Clockwork is in the title, so you might guess there are hints of that in the story. This is great for you. And while this is YA, I don't personally feel miserable reading about a bunch of teenagers the way I might if they were modern teens. You know what I'm talking about? Sometimes it's fine, and sometimes I'm rolling my this was unnecessary. That's my opinion. Because I think it was pretty clear from the beginning that Will was the guy. This is Will. Even if the author first got the idea for the series, imagining Jem, the love triangle was still done better than most love triangles. There was no pettiness, there was no stupidity, no brawling. It was fine. It was fine. I didn't mind it. Personally, I think it was added in to the story for two reasons. One, just for the drama of it, because while there is no pettiness or fighting, it does still make for drama, at least from Tessa's point of view. And two, I really can't explain too much, unfortunately, otherwise I'll spoil the story. But I'll say that I think, in my opinion, the love triangle, it was a cop-out for Tessa not actually having to make the tough decision. I'm gonna leave it vague like that. That's all I'm gonna say. That's my opinion. If you know what happens, you know what I'm talking about. By the way, if you're wondering which guy I was rooting for, Will. Duh. It's Will. I don't dislike Jem at all, but he's just a little bit milquetoast. Okay, I'm selling him a bit short. He's got a lot of good qualities, like having the patience of a saint, but overall he's just nice. Will is a more interesting character to me. He's a little bit crazy. He's got a sense of humor. Sometimes it's a bit caustic, and he's dedicated, even though you might not see it initially. I don't just mean dedicated to Tessa either, I mean to Jem as well. I actually really like his and Jem's friendship. They play off one another really well. And I just think he's got the more interesting storyline. I mean, Jem has the more sympathetic storyline from the outset. But Will is the guy. Also, I do appreciate the effort put into including some foreign languages in this story, Mandarin and Welsh, because Jem is half Chinese and Will is Welsh. It's like a tongue twister almost. I couldn't tell you how accurate the language, any of the sentences are. I have no idea. Also, have you seen Welsh? I can't even read it, so I don't know how accurate it is, because I don't speak either. But the author did go out of her way to get actual speakers to help her, as opposed to Google Translate. So I'll assume that they are alright. I did think it was interesting that the author chose to have Jem speak Mandarin, since I'm pretty sure during that time period, Cantonese was more commonly spoken by Chinese immigrants to England, but I wonder if that was just down to the fact that the author couldn't find someone who spoke Cantonese. I'm just kidding. I'm sure there was another reason. Or maybe not. I actually prefer this series, The Infernal Devices, to the first series, Mortal Instruments. I do have this book. I bought this recently used, and I ended up getting a refund because it ended up not being in the quality that it was listed as, so I got a full refund. Something about the Mortal Instruments, just the series doesn't interest me at all. I don't click with the characters at all. I don't really care about the story that much. Even though all of them are interconnected, all the series that Cassandra Clare has set. Yes, I bought another set. Let me explain. I'll start from the beginning. So buckle up and settle in. So I've had Clockwork Angel and Clockwork Prince for many, many years now, but I didn't have a physical copy of Clockwork Princess. I did have a PDF on my Kindle. Oh, it's upside down. That's good. Yeah. PDF on my Kindle, which I found somewhere online for free. Don't worry about it. I'll show you. These are library ebooks that I'm borrowing. Anyway, so I've had a PDF, but when I pulled these books out to reread in January, I think, I decided that I wanted a physical copy. But when I went to buy one, I was horrified, I tell you, to find that they had changed the cover art. Oh, I printed out a table of contents. It looks like shit. Ignore it. And, anyway. Yeah, what was I saying? They changed the freaking cover art. Oh my god. You guys, I'm gonna be blunt. Alright, I'm gonna be very, very blunt. And if you disagree with me, that's fine. I hate the new cover art. I hate it with a burning passion. It's no. No. The old covers. So these ones. These covers. This cover art. These are some of my favorite book covers of any book cover ever. Ever. I don't know why. They just make me super nostalgic and, weirdly enough, warm and fuzzy inside. No. I don't know. I really like them. I'm gonna try and put some images on screen so you can see the new covers. I don't think the new art fits the mood of the series. It doesn't feel gritty enough, despite the blood splatter on the new cover of Clockwork Princess. Not this one, the new one. The gold angel on the front of the new covers, on all of them. It makes it feel too... Saying gilded sounds stupid because, duh, it's a gold angel and it has gold text. I'm pretty sure the title is gold too. And, it feels too regal, I guess. It feels too bright. It isn't super bright, but it feels super bright. Do you know what I mean? Maybe not. I feel like it needs a more grungy kind of mood to the covers. And the new ones just don't do it. It just doesn't do it. No offense to the artist, but no. Also, Will's outfit on the new cover of Clockwork Angel strikes me as being from a different time period. Like, it doesn't feel Victorian. Oh good, my neighbors are going now. It feels more like Regency era or something. I don't know. I'm not an expert on Victorian era clothing, but it feels wrong. He feels like the wrong Will. Like he's one ponytail away from being Will Turner from Pirates of the Caribbean. It doesn't feel right, to be honest. Jem's outfit kind of feels off too. But maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Funnily enough, I actually don't mind the spine art. I think it's nice on the new covers. It's nice. If you line up all the books in the series, they form an image on the spine, but I don't really like how it interrupts the front and back covers because they don't match in style. I just don't like that. Personally, it's a personal preference. And actually, not only am I not a fan of the new art, I don't like the new cover format. Does that make sense? I don't know what it's called. It's got that weird, to me, it's an unfinished cover. Unfinished. Where the right edge doesn't reach said, these are my favorite covers, and you can't buy them with the old art anymore. So when I went looking for another set, that meant that the new set had to be an old set, aka used books. They had to be used. Even though I also hate used books because they're gross. They're just gross. I'm sorry, I don't know what some people do while they read. I really don't. I mean, anyway, let me move this aside. I went and bought a new set anyway. Because my love for the series and the old covers trumped my germophobia. I mean, I wiped them down like crazy when I received them, and I have hand sanitizer on standby when I read from them because I'm crazy. But used books. So now I have these, including a paperback copy of Clockwork Princess. Look at that. Fantastic. I actually thought that a paperback version with the old art didn't even exist because I couldn't find a trace of them anywhere for the longest time, but it does. It exists. The used books I got were supposed to be like new. I don't think you can really tell. Oh, I drew this in the car. That's why it looks like shit. I don't think you can tell how not like new these books look. I don't think you can tell. My copies look a lot brighter than the used ones that I bought. And you really can't tell. Well, can you see? It's a little bit damaged. And some of the pages came folded down. You can't see it there. I unfolded them, obviously. You can't tell. You can't tell. But they were not like new at all. So, seller was really nice and gave me a full refund, even though I said half would have been fine. But I ended up getting these for free. The one book that I was keenest on getting was obviously the paperback version of Clockwork Princess. And this one's in the best shape of all three. As you can see, I attempted to be the kind of person this series. I am still kind of nostalgic about these covers too. Can you see, or am I way too high up? I think so. My bad. I did try reading Lady Midnight, but again, it's set in the modern day. I don't like it. I don't like it. I'm having a little bit better luck with The Last Hours, but I think I'm biased because The Last Hours feature characters from the Infernal devices. This one is a little bit it's falling apart because when I first read them, I used to carry them around with me everywhere, even if I didn't read them. I mean, not just these books, I did that with a lot of books. I've done that since I was a kid. You know, some kids have safety blankets. I had safety books. Like a real fucking nerd. Even if I didn't read them, I just liked having them with me. I felt better. Maybe that's pathetic to admit, but anyway. Yeah, this one I think I carried around in my bag probably more often than this one. Probably. I feel like you can't hear the pages. Oh, if I do that, it's gonna make loud sounds in the microphone. Sorry. I have to be careful about not having gusts of wind blow the microphone. The humidity in my room kind of destroyed these covers too. I hate it. I hate it. I read this in high school. Oh, side note, at the beginning we have the Thames River song. Which I thought was really an appropriate find. But at the beginning of every chapter, not the prologue, there is a quote from either a poem or a play or a book. I'm not familiar with all of them necessarily. Maybe I've heard of them, but have not read them. I haven't read a lot of classic literature because I don't like classic literature. I wanted to be the kind of person that likes classic literature, but I am just not. I'm not. That's not to say I don't like any. I just don't like most of it. I don't think you can see the color that well on the covers, which is a bummer. dangerous.